Northwest Ohio Scholastic soccer coaches all district games in Findlay. We begin with the girls. Early on, Central's Maya Vernon on the corner kick finds Liberty Center's Elisa Giesige for the first goal of the game. Blue team ahead. Other end. Future Michigan State Spartan Adele Francis. The Perrysburg Yellow Jacket centers to Leah McQuaid out of Archbold, ties the match at 1 in the first half. But later in the half, Otsego's Abby Eberly dribbles and lofts a shot off the defender and slips through the goalie's hands. An own goal to put the blue team back in front. They were going to win 3-1. Eberly, a pair of goals. Liberty Benton also playing host to the boys all-district game. And after a scoreless first half, action heats up in the second. White team up by 1. St. John's at Jacob Rashid settles and from 12 yards out, blows it past the goalie. First of his 2 goals on the game to make it a 2-0 lead. 15 minutes later, still 2-0. More from White, more from a familiar face. Southview's Tyler Palicki going for the far post, skips into the net. His second goal of the game, White in control, but the blue team not just rolling over. Anthony Wayne's Parker Schofield, named first team All-State today, finishes his high school career with a pair of goals in the All-Star game. White wins, though, 5-2. Mason Lowry caught up with Ottawa Hills' Adam Ayotte afterwards, one day after the Green Bears state runner-up finish.
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, I've been playing with most of those guys since we were really little, so it's just fun to get out there and play with them one more time, pass the ball around, score some goals, have some fun. It's good.
In the clear light of day, reflecting on the season that just ended, obviously it only ended 24 hours ago, what are you going to take away from not just this year, but the last 4 you've spent playing at Ottawa Hills?
Yeah, the lessons learned in soccer are great, but honestly it's more the friendships that we made that really matter to me. Going on in the future, it's going to be great to have those friends and keep them and just keep having fun hanging out with them. So that's the most important thing for me.
John Orozco joined Mason for the call.
Well, back here in the cold down at Liberty Benton after these senior all-district games, part of the fun about covering this every year is seeing players that we haven't gotten the chance to see in the last few years as high school soccer talents. And on the girls' side, Abby Eberly from Otsego, somebody that we didn't see all season, came out and looked absolutely electric, running up that left flank and scored twice.
Oh, she did, and she could have had a third one. I mean, the right start of the game, she had when the ball came through, she hit the far post, and man, it wasn't but for her effort, it would have gone in. I mean, and you just love seeing that because that's what you want in a game like this. We want to be able to see players that maybe we don't see in the outlining areas, and then we were certainly were treated to that as well today.
Yeah, the boys' game was kind of the opposite of that. It was really dominated by players that we know and love. Guys like Tyler Palicki from Southview and Jacob Rashid of St. John's, Adam Ayotte, who just capped a terrific career at Ottawa Hills in the state championship game yesterday. That second half of soccer was as entertaining of 40 minutes as we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it was. Then you add on the blue side, I mean, Schofield and Kenner and just the things that the playmakers, you and I were talking about, the difference in these kind of games is we have so many playmakers on a team that you just don't know who's going to step up and stand tall.
That's honestly what I'm going to take away about this terrific soccer senior class from Northwest Ohio. So many players that could do absolutely extraordinary and audacious things. Parker Schofield, one that you mentioned, District Player of the Year and NLL Player of the Year. The list goes on and on and on. This has been a phenomenal group to follow the last 4 years.
It has, and I think that's the true blessing that we have right here in Northwest Ohio, that sometimes we take it for granted, but then when they get to Columbus, like this year, we had 3 teams in Columbus and out of Northwest Ohio, Ottawa Glandorf, Ottawa Hills, of course, and then, of course, the state champions, Lima Shawnee. Those are phenomenal teams that we had a chance to see this year, and truly blessed that we could do that.
That's all from us down at Liberty Benton.